On this wonderful Veterans Day, I want to express the incredible gratitude of the entire American nation to the millions and millions of veterans who bravely defended our nation in uniform and the strong families whose unwavering love and support allowed you to answer the call of duty. We applaud your service, salute your sacrifice, and pay tribute to your profound patriotism and love of our country. You have earned our freedom with your strength, determination, and truly unbreakable resolve. America's veterans are this country's greatest national treasure. There's nothing close. You are the best role models for our youngest citizens, and you are the constant reminder of all that is good, decent, and brave. You have given this country all that you have to give, and just as you fulfilled your duty to America, now America must fulfill our duty to all of you. We must ensure that our veterans are given the care and support they so richly deserve. That is our unwavering commitment to those who served under the flag of the United States. It is the highest honor of my life to serve as the Commander-in-Chief of our heroic armed forces, and our obligation to our courageous men and women is absolute. We must provide our service members with the best equipment, resources, training, and support in the world, and we must ensure that support continues after our heroes return to civilian life as veterans. We are very, very proud of them. Today, I ask all Americans to show their love, support, and gratitude to you, our veterans, the men and women who make freedom possible, to protect America against all of its enemies, and whose sacrifice forges the noble bonds of peace. There is nobody like you. No words can serve as a better tribute to your service than the battlefields where you fought for our flag, and the cities and towns that live in freedom only because of you. Your strength is America's spine, your devotion is America's soul, and your patriotism is America's beating heart. So today and every day, the shared heart of the American people beats with pride for our beloved veterans. On behalf of myself, Melania, my entire family, and a grateful nation, thank you to each and every one of America's veterans. May God bless you and your families, and may God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
Welcome into CobraCast 199. I am your host, D-Day Cobra. And what a damn intro we had from our great 45th President of the United States of America and the future 47th President of the United States of America, Donald J. Trump. Salute to the veterans out there. And hi, everyone. Yes, we're rocking the MAGA red once again, because that's how we roll here at CobraCast. But I hope you're all having a great day. And I felt like that was a very, very fitting, intro for tonight. And yes, blurry. Am I blurry? Why am I blurry? I hope I don't have that filter thing on. I don't know why I'm blurry. That's kind of weird. Let me see. I don't think anything should be blurry. All good, though. Either way, it'll work itself out. Blurcast. You are a little blurry. That's weird. I don't understand why I'm so blurry. Well, StreamYard sucks. Even that intro was a little laggy, but it is what it is. But we are here, we are live, and we have a lot to talk about tonight. So welcome into CobraCast 199. I am your host, D-Day Cobra, and this is the single most important show in the history of the internet with 199 in the name, the most viewers, the most members, the most super chats, and we never have to shut our chat down for members only. Why? Because everybody's already a damn member. That's right. So 199 scanning in. I see a lot of you are already here in the house. Sparky dropped a 50. It says, fourth Republican debate will be in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Roll Tide, baby. December 6th, if Trump has a rally, are you going? Would you be willing to meet up with fans? P.S. Did you see the video on Matt Gaetz' X today? It's good. Watch about the House Speaker 199. I did not see that, but I can check it out. If Trump has a rally in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, during the debate, I will certainly strongly consider it. I would love to go, especially that's my roots right there, baby. So I would love to be in or near Tuscaloosa, Alabama, if Trump does a rally, and I bet that would be a banger rally, by the way. So yes, 100% will strongly consider that. And thank you so much for the incredibly generous $50 super chat. Really appreciate that. We had a super chat come in earlier. It was the very first super chat. The Dr. 14 Blu-rays. The Dr. 14 Blu-rays sent a $5 super chat and said, I hope Trump does not come back. He was the worst president of my lifetime. Well, thank you, Dr. 14 Blu-rays. I appreciate that. And I would highly encourage you that if you really, 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 if you really don't want Trump back, I would encourage you that the more super chats you send this channel, that's how you stop Trump. So I would encourage you to send a $50 super chat to encourage everyone to not vote for Trump. And if that doesn't work, send a $100 super chat. Okay. That's what I would encourage. I'm here to help. I'm here to help. Okay. I'm here to help. So I'm just telling you based on data research. All right. From what I've understood, I've got people out in the field. We've worked on this. If you send bigger super chats, it can get the job done. Only CobraCast is the only channel you can do this on, though. That's based on our data research. So we're here to help. All right. These are facts. All right. So thank you so much for the 5. It's a good start. But if you really want to have an impact, we got to get a 50 or 100 in here, bro. Come on now. Lying Dogface Pony Soldier gifting a D-Day Cobra membership. Thank you, Lying Dogface Pony Soldier, with a thumbs up super sticker. Thank you, Alan Tanasi, for $9.99. Said the heard Trump once rescued a cat from a tree. I can't confirm this, but that's what I've been told. Also, or all hail the 199 snake pit with the salute emoji. Thank you so much. Crimson Raptor with a member message. Friday night CobraCast. Let's go. Hail snake pit. Not so average Jeff says happy 248th birthday to the Marine Corps and happy Veterans Day to all. Thank you, not so average Jeff. Jay on the spectrum says, I'm happy. Jared the American, happy birthday. My grandpa, Martin Mandel, served in the Army during the Korean War. His brother served on Normandy, and their father served in World War I. Well, nothing but respect. Mad Dog Gamer, Mahler asked you as to why the Batman didn't make money. He seems to forget the movie released right after the lockdowns and was streaming on Max a couple of weeks after. Disingenuous to call it fatigue. I don't think he was being disingenuous. I don't agree with the notion of superhero fatigue. I just don't. I didn't think the Batman was a great movie, but there were circumstances surrounding it. It was a little darker in tone than some of the others, and then obviously circumstances. But I don't think superhero fatigue is a thing. I think bad movie fatigue is a thing. I think woke movie fatigue is a thing, and I think maybe the shared universe thing is starting to weigh on people. But if you get back to the basics, superhero movies are going to, if they're done right and they have the right writing and they have the right character focus, they can still be the top of the food chain. But at this point in time, I don't count on that anytime soon. Hayden Wayne 450 says, hail the snake pit, hail the 199, hail CobraCast. Jeremy, you need to look to the Biden administration trying to seize control of the internet. Congress votes on it next week. About to finish my play of Metal Gear Solid, but I'm listening in. Thank you, Hayden. I will look into this, by the way, and I hope you're enjoying MGS. And I know you wanted us to play that on the channel, so we're working on that. But hey, thank you, Hayden. I appreciate it. Let's see where we are. Eric K says, is it better? It is better as people cannot see you clearly. Thank you, Eric. Golden Nugget says, tomorrow a dark day for London. Worried. Hey, man, just keep your head up. Stay here at CobraCast. We got your back. Malice O'Connor says, make a t-shirt with the thumbnail for today's video. Hail 199 and D-Day Cobra. Thank you. A lot of people are asking me about that. Somebody put that on the Truth Social and Trump retweeted it. And that's how I got it. It's really awesome. Jacob Rodriguez says happy birthday to any devil dogs here in the chat. Marine Corps 248 years old today. Also, thank you to all of the veterans. Hail, hail. Let's see. Alan Tenassi says, can we get a Trump salute emoji so I can use that one instead? I will work on that. I don't know if Krista's in the chat, but I will work on that for sure. Maldi, hail to the beautiful Patriots 199. Oh, and Jeremy too. Thank you so much. Black Girl Magic with $1. Thank you. Suspects Psychedelic Asylum. You can call me suspect. Any update on the milk truck emoji? Scam me in. Hail the 199. What is your favorite part of the Ripaverse? Those new t-shirts is my favorite part. So I don't know where we're at on the members like I don't know how many if we need more members. I don't know if we're maxed out, so we need more members. I'd have to ask Krista about that. I do not have the answer, but I will find out for all of you. I will find out. All right, so there's quite a few things to actually discuss today. And on the point of Trump, this is such an amazing moment right here that it gets its fair share of plays for sure. But I think it's important to replay this one once again right here. Here we go.
Turbulence blowing the dress blue cap off one of the Marines' heads. Well, the president walked over to pick it up, put it back on, and it blew off again. But a lot of folks think that's very classy that the commander-in-chief would stop and try to help the gentleman in service to our country. A nice gesture. Turbulence blowing the.
He's the man. We love Donald J. Trump. And that was a really, really cool moment right there for sure. Now, as far as some other stuff, he does have 100%. He does care. He absolutely does care. There's no doubt about that. Let me see. I've got a message here on my phone. Okay. And boom. All right. So there's a lot going on. We've got an Alex Jones clip that I want to look at. We've got Trump like literally just dominating the polls right now, which has got to have the left freaking out. They have to be freaking out over this. And they should be. But they're probably going to be freaking out, and it's going to give I think it puts us in a very scary position right now. But we have Trump leads Biden in 6 swing states with or without third parties. So it doesn't matter if you have the third party or if you have the third party or not. Trump is leading in 6 swing states right now. Former President Donald Trump leads President Biden in 6 out of 7 battleground states, regardless as to whether third-party candidates are included in the survey, according to a new poll. The Republican presidential primary frontrunner is on the Democratic incumbent, is up on the Democratic incumbent by between 1 and 9 percentage points head to head in Georgia, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Nevada, Arizona, and North Carolina, according to Bloomberg News and a poll released on Thursday. In Michigan, Trump and Biden were tied at 43% apiece. This is crazy. Now, you all know we don't buy polls. We think polls are bullshit. I get all of that. This is just a gauge, because the point being is that Trump doesn't poll very well. He never has, because Trump supporters don't even like to, talk to poll workers and things like that. That's the point that I'm trying to make, is that that's really good that Trump is polling very well when historically he polls very terribly. So this is a huge situation. Another huge situation is Dougie B just dropped $100 over on Rumble. Hey, look, there's a MAGA red here too. Why aren't more people on Rumble? Absolutely, Doug. Thank you, Doug, holding it down over there, dropping those MAGA red bombs. We love Rumble. We are, again, you may be seeing some more stuff with us on Rumble. Time will tell. Time will tell. I'm very happy that we're moving in that direction, so we will see. Dark Obsidian is gifted 5 D-Day Cobra memberships. Thank you. Let's go. Lapco92 says, my grandfather was born in 1898 and served in the Great War on the 25th Kansas National Guard. He signed up at 16 by telling them he was 22. Chad move. Chad move indeed. Thank you so much. Teresa Young says, scanned in. God bless our veterans. God bless Donald Trump. God bless America. Absolutely. But back to this situation here. This is bad, and I think that I will continue to repeat what I've said time and time again. I hope to hell I'm wrong. I hope that I am 1000% wrong. I hope that Gavin Newsom is not going to be put into the spot for Democratic nominee. I hope that it's Biden. I want it to stay Biden. That's who it needs to be. But these numbers right here are going to be a big problem for the Democrats, and they're going to be panicking, and it's a big problem. It's a big problem, and that's the worst part of it. So I want Biden to be the nominee. That's what I'm hoping for. Now, the world is falling apart. Our culture is falling apart, and a lot of it has to do with, elections have consequences. And what I'm about to show you would not be happening if President Trump was in office. It just wouldn't be happening. The reality of it is happening. And we're going to talk about it. Tucker Carlson had a special guest on his show today, an individual that's going to jail for memes. That's right, memes. Memes, literal memes. We've got Owen Schroyer from InfoWars, who is now in solitary confinement. It's insanity, dude. It's true insanity. Let's listen to Tucker.
If someone had told you even 10 years ago that you could be indicted by the federal government and go to prison for 10 years for making fun of Hillary Clinton on social media, you would not have believed it. It's a free country. We have free speech. But it turns out not only is that possible, it has likely become much more common because the actual war is over information. One of its first casualties is a man called Doug Mackey, who during the 2016 election made fun of Hillary Clinton on Twitter, and then a few years later found himself the subject of a federal raid, an indictment, and then a conviction. It's a shocking story. It's hard to believe it's happening in this country, but it is. And to prove it, Doug Mackey joins us now. Doug, thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you, Tucker.
So I've never even seen you in person before. You have not, I don't think, spoken about this publicly, or at least very often, since it happened. So give us just a quick background on who you are. I read, I think in BuzzFeed, that you were a dangerous white nationalist.
This could be literally anybody in this chat. This could be anybody. This is insanity beyond belief for memes. Memes, but I'm going to let him tell you the story.
Are you?
No, not at all.
You don't seem it. Where are you from?
I grew up in Vermont.
In Vermont.
Yes.
Not a hotbed of white nationalist militancy. And where'd you go to college? What were you doing during the 2016 election, et cetera?
I graduated from Middlebury College, which is also in Vermont.
Yep.
And then I moved to New York. I lived there about 6 years. That's where I was at the time of the election, the 2016 election.
What were you doing?
So I had just left my job, but I was previously an economic researcher.
Huh. So first, like a Wall Street firm or something like that?
Something like that, corporate America.
Yes. So what were you doing during the 2016 election?
So I was posting a lot of stuff on Twitter under a pseudonym about the election.
What kind of stuff?
Pro-Trump memes, jokes, all kinds of links, that kind of thing.
Why were you doing that?
Just purely out of passion.
Oh, so you like Trump?
I like Trump. That's right.
Why?
I thought he was a breath of fresh air for the country. I think that his analysis of the problems with the country, with the ruling class of the country, I liked what he was saying, and I thought he had a positive vision for the country.
Where were you politically before the 2016 election?
I was sort of conservative. Previously, I was sort of libertarian, but earlier in my life, I was sort of apolitical.
So you weren't a lifelong political activist?
No.
But you
So for those who are asking, this is Doug Mackey, and he is going to jail for the serious crimes of memes. And he is interviewing with Tucker. You can tell this is one of his first interviews. I saw somebody said he was on Glenn Beck as well. You can tell he's pretty nervous, which totally understand that.
you got excited about Trump and you decided to support him on social media. At the time, did you think that was your constitutional right?
Yes, absolutely.
Why'd you think that?
Well, I thought that this was America. I thought that we had a First Amendment,
Okay.
due process rights, that we could criticize people in our ruling class.
It looks like you thought wrong. So let's get specific about what you did, the crimes, the felonies that you committed on Twitter. I want to put this up. You posted this on Twitter. This is a meme. It says, "Save time, avoid the line, vote from home." And it's got a picture of Hillary Clinton. Text Hillary to this number. Did you make this meme?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't create this?
No.
Where'd it come from?
I found it on 4chan.
Okay, so it was floating around the internet.
Yeah, these kind of memes were floating all over the place.
And you posted it on Twitter. What was the point of that?
Well, pardon my French, but it was called a shit post.
Yeah.
We talked about this a lot at the trial. I testified. Just sort of a joke, rile up everybody, muddy the waters. And mostly just because I thought my audience would find it funny.
Did they?
Yeah, absolutely.
I find it hilarious. You're obviously from Northern New England. You have a very dry sense of humor.
Very dry.
Yeah, I noticed that. I noticed that. So, did you get a sense when you posted that was a crime, or that it would be perceived as a crime?
No, absolutely not.
So we have to, and I want to play this. This is from Hillary Clinton. This is from this April, so long after you were indicted. Long after you went on trial, and this is Hillary Clinton describing that meme.
There was just a trial in Brooklyn where a guy who had been one of the main, I guess he was one of the main people running memes against me in 2016.
Bro, what the hell is even that? What am I looking at right now? That is terrifying. That is terrifying.
He went from what you could consider free speech. I mean, both Nancy and I have pretty thick skins. People say all kinds of things about us. But he went from that to running a very deliberate effort to mislead people about where and how to vote. Yeah. So it went from speech to action meant to subvert the election, because thousands of people who they targeted through their algorithms, I can text my vote for Hillary Clinton.
So Hillary Clinton, I want to deconstruct that in some greater detail in a minute, but Hillary Clinton apparently took that very seriously. You were using quote algorithms to subvert the election with that meme.
I don't even really know what she means by that. I don't know how, I guess you post something and it gets taken up into algorithms. I'm not exactly sure. I was surprised that she said that.
Did you have personal algorithms that you used?
No.
Okay.
No, it's just copy, paste, and click a button.
Yeah. So like everyone else on social media, you see something funny, you post it.
That's right.
Okay. So describe the rest of your career on Twitter. So you're enthusiastic about Trump. I assume, are you being paid to post these things?
No.
Now, I haven't watched this entire interview, so I don't know anything beyond what we're talking. No, hopefully he'll ask him about this. But and my question would be, like, if there's a, and maybe this is a bigger question, if there's a terms of service on Twitter and I have to follow that terms of service or my account gets suspended, if I post something that is deemed against the law, but Twitter allows it to stay up and damage is done by the standard that's being created, wouldn't Twitter be responsible just as much as the individual? I mean, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question. Like, you have terms of service, you have all of these rules and these regulations. So if something was posted to their platform that was deemed illegal or creating illegal activity, if it was so illegal and it was so damaging, why didn't they remove it? You know what I mean? Oh, it's Section 230. Okay, that's fine, but that's really not my point. I know that they aren't individually responsible. My point being, though, if this was so dangerous, why didn't Twitter remove it? That would be the argument I would make in court. Like, if I upload a video as an individual about something that is a direct crime or a direct threat, do you know what Twitter does? They take it down immediately. Because why? Because it's deemed a threat and it can cause real world harm. If this meme created so much real world harm, why wasn't it taken down? And maybe it was. You know what I mean? So again, we'll see.
Nobody's paying me.
You're just a random guy who's amusing the hell out of yourself by pushing your candidate on social media.
That's right. That's exactly right.
So then what happens? How long were you on Twitter?
Until 2018, mid 2018.
Okay. But this criminal tweet is from 2016. Okay.
November.
So at any point, did you think that you'd committed a crime or that others would think that you committed a crime?
No.
When did you discover that you were considered a felon by the U.S. government?
Well, I had 8 to 10 law enforcement agents come and knock on my door at 7 a.m. 7 days after Joe Biden was inaugurated.
Did you have any warning that this was coming?
No warning.
So what were you doing at 7 in the morning?
I was sleeping.
So you're asleep, you hear a knock, and then what happens?
And then the FBI, are you Doug Mackey? Yes. What's going on? Like, I asked them, they said, we have a warrant for your arrest. I said, what for? For what? They didn't tell me until I got to the courthouse.
Did they cuff you?
Yes.
The FBI threw handcuffs on you at your home at 7 in the morning and didn't tell you why?
Yes.
Did you have any idea why?
No, I had no idea.
What was going through your mind?
I knew that politicians could be vindictive and the federal government sometimes could be influenced by those politicians, and I know that they can sort of get very creative with federal statutes. So if I was the enemy of their candidate, then I thought maybe they could cook something up.
But this was an entire election cycle later.
That was the weird part. But I knew that we had just had a transition of presidents. So
7 days after Biden gets inaugurated, you get arrested for a tweet
4 years earlier.
Jeez, man. I can't even comprehend this. This is insanity. And this is what I was talking about the both sides bullshit the other day when I went on that rant with that clown bullshit where people are like, both sides are so bad. No, one side is literally throwing people in jail for memes. There ain't no both sides are bad. It's insane. By the way, Dom H dropped a 50 and says, hail CobraCast, and hail to the chat. Jeremy, this Sunday marks 6 months. 6 months since that crazy Geeks and Gamers daily stream when MCU fan was in the chat. Bro, that was the craziest stream of all time. It was the craziest stream of all time, Dom. It was insane. And I remember you being there constantly. I remember Bashy Washy was there. I remember Mage Demon was there. Alec Baldwin's finger. Doug B might have been there. I can't remember if Doug B was there. I think he was there. Like, that was the craziest thing ever, dude. That was the craziest stream of all time. But let's get back to it. Thank you, Dom. Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah.
What was your reaction?
You know, it's crazy. I was a little bit surprised, but I wouldn't put anything past, what they can do.
I remember reading that and thinking, clearly I'm missing something. You probably murdered somebody. or put strychnine in the water supply or something. It can't really be that you just tweeted something. The previous election cycle, it had there were 10 FBI agents?
There were 4 FBI agents, and then they had some local cops and that kind of thing.
But 10 law enforcement officers.
Yeah.
Were you waving a gun and screaming, "You'll never take me alive"?
Not quite.
So you're just like some random guy.
Yeah. It was shocked. I had roommates at the time. They were in disbelief. They couldn't believe it.
They must have assumed you were like a drug kingpin or something.
Yeah, pretty much. They thought I had some kind of secret that I was hiding or something. They were really shocked when they found out what it was.
Yeah, I was too. And it turned out, by the way, fast forward to your trial, it turns out your crime was exactly what you said it was, posting a tweet. So what happened then?
So they took me to the courthouse, and because it was COVID, there were some delays. I was in a holding cell. They take off your handcuffs and put you in leg irons. And then you just wait for your arraignment, go for the judge. Even then, I still don't know why I'm being arrested. They got a public defender on Zoom speaking for you. And then...
Wait, you're in leg irons and you have no idea why you were arrested?
Yeah, exactly. And not until I got a copy of the criminal complaint did I know what was going on.
At what point was that?
After the arraignment, and they let you go. They take the leg irons off, and they put you on the streets of West Palm Beach.
They didn't bring you home?
No.
How far is that from your house?
20 miles. But the worst part is I was going to bring my phone, my wallet, so I could call a friend or take a taxi home. They said, "Oh, no, you don't need that. You don't need that. That's just going to delay things for you. You'll get out. It'll take longer for you to get out. So don't bring that." So my friends were waiting for me outside, and then they didn't know how long it was going to be, so they left. So I get out of there, and fortunately, there was a really nice taxi driver that, one of the guys I was in a holding cell with, he helped me make it over to the train station where I could grab a taxi.
Your new prison friends were helping you.
Exactly. Yeah.
Did you join a gang?
No.
I'm sorry to make light of it. I just don't know. I mean, in the old America, this would provoke an uprising.
Yeah.
You can't do that. You're not allowed to arrest people for criticizing you. But the reaction to your arrest was very different. Describe it, if you would.
Well, I mean, there was a lot of support, but I was on Rachel Maddow that night. I mean, they were the left was really celebrating this.
They were celebrating.
They thought it was terrific.
To arrest you for making fun of Hillary Clinton.
Right.
I mean, you're from this country. You grew up here. Did that surprise you?
Yeah, I was pretty surprised, but I got to tell you, after the left has sort of done a 180 since 2016.
So if they celebrated your imprisonment, why wouldn't they celebrate your execution?
Some of them would.
Clearly.
I think so.
What kind of support did you get?
Well, I got to thank you for you showcased my arrest on your show. Might have been that night or the next night, and there was just.
By the way, in the back of my mind, I thought we're probably going to find out that Doug Mackey works for Al Qaeda. I mean, there's got to be more to the story.
Yeah, no, I mean, a lot of people felt that way.
Well, it would have to be. They can't arrest you for making fun of Hillary Clinton.
Yeah. Anybody who learns the details of my case says, "That's it." What's going on? Like, the people that actually learn the details of the case. But there was a tremendous outpouring from the American people that maybe are conservative, but not necessarily, people that support free speech.
Yes.
People that don't support an abusive federal government. So.
Yeah, people opposed to fascism. Speaking of
Exactly.
Antifa opposes fascism, did they come to your aid?
No.
Oh, they didn't.
No.
I'm thinking they're not sincere. What about the ACLU?
They cheered on my arrest.
The ACLU cheered on your arrest?
Yeah.
On what grounds?
Because they said I don't think they care that much about the First Amendment. anymore.
No, it's only the American Civil Liberties
Right.
Union. Yeah.
They were more interested in the idea that there was this effort to stop people from exercising their right to vote. So they chose that. They chose to support it on that ground.
So let's get to that claim, because that's the heart of it. So Hillary Clinton, whatever her faults, who really has become a vicious person, a hater, sort of dismisses out of hand that you have a First Amendment right to make fun of her. And she does that by saying that people say all kinds of things about us, but his went from running a very deliberate effort to mislead people about where and how to vote, an effort to subvert the election, because thousands of people who they targeted through their algorithms thought, oh, I can text my vote for Hillary Clinton. Now, just again to restate, you had no, quote, algorithms.
No.
Hillary Clinton has no idea what an algorithm is, needless to say. So you were a solo operator. You're one guy on your laptop. But the claim is that you somehow stole people's right to vote. Is there any evidence that that's true?
No. And the government said that they didn't have to show any evidence of that at trial. They said the fact that there was a conspiracy was enough. They went around and interviewed people because they would have loved to put someone on the stand who didn't vote because they thought they could text their vote. They couldn't find a single person. They couldn't even find people that they went and looked up people that texted the meme, the number, supposedly 4 years ago, and they couldn't even remember doing it, or they thought it was silly and they wanted to see what would happen.
They actually interviewed people? How did they know who these people were?
They subpoenaed their phone numbers.
Not really.
Yes. And their voting records.
What did this effort cost?
I have no idea.
But millions of dollars.
It had to have cost that much.
So the government couldn't find a single person whose vote was, as Hillary Clinton said, subverted by your tweet.
No, and they looked very hard.
How is it a conspiracy?
So there were some group chats where people were creating these memes.
Yes.
And I was a member of some of them. Some of them I wasn't even a member of. And they said that because these people are in this group chat talking about creating memes, that you're a part of the conspiracy.
Jesus.
Even though I wasn't talking in these group chats, really participating in them at all. I wasn't paying any attention to them.
So you're...
For those that are just tuning in, this is Doug Mackey. He is a young man who posted a Hillary Clinton meme in 2016. And 4 or 5 years later, he was arrested by Joe Biden's DOJ, his FBI. And now he is going to prison for several years. Okay? Several years for a meme. But it's both sides, guys. It's both sides. That's what retards continue to say. It's both sides. No, it's one side. It's one side.
Your trial, and we still live in a country where trials are mostly public. I'm sure that will change, and it'll be a pure military tribunal star chamber drumhead proceeding. But at this point, like, your trial took place in public, and we can get the transcript and all that.
And the point behind this is you have to ask yourself, how is this happening? Why is this happening? It's happening because he's being used to intimidate you. He's being used to make all of you go, we better not post memes. We better not show public support for Donald Trump. We better not tweet Trump 2024 because they will come after us. It's all meant to intimidate each and every person out there. And while it's not going to intimidate everyone, it will intimidate some. And this is the point, to intimidate you from having your opinions. That's why this is happening right here.
So the media knew that there was no actual crime here. Did anybody from the Associated Press or NBC News or the Washington Post, the New York Times, re-examine this case or take a close look at the case and say, wait a second, the guy didn't do anything?
Not that I'm aware of.
And these are crimes for which you could have spent 10 years in prison.
Right.
It felt to me like the media were cheerleading your prosecution.
Oh yeah, definitely. Some of them.
by calling you a bigot.
Absolutely.
Huh. I don't think you are a bigot, I assume. But even if you were, that you're allowed to have your own views, correct?
Right. Yeah. No, I'm not a bigot, but like I said, this is America.
Right. So why did you get convicted?
So I got convicted. That's a great question. They basically put 12 people in a courthouse in Brooklyn and say, it's up to you to decide whether this meme was satire or whether it was an effort to trick people out of voting. So they get to decide. 12 people, they can drag you into a courthouse anywhere in the country because they say, since it's tweets, they go over wires, so they can charge this crime wherever they please. So if you post a joke on the internet, a prosecutor could be the most conservative district or the most liberal district in America can drag you in and put you in front of 12 people who are going to decide whether you were joking. They're going to decide what your intent was.
Did you think you were going to be acquitted?
To be honest with you, no. I thought maybe the jury would hang, but I didn't think we would get 12 jurors voting for acquittal.
Do you have any idea why they voted to convict?
Well, I don't really have a lot of insight into that. But with this kind of a charge, they don't need direct evidence to convict you.
So really, unless I'm misinterpreting what you're saying, you were convicted on the basis of what they claimed your intent was.
That's exactly right.
They could not find a single person who was harmed by this. They could find no actual effect of this so-called subversion of our democracy. You didn't actually subvert our democracy. There's no evidence that you did.
No.
But they claimed that you wanted to.
They claimed that I wanted to and that I agreed to enter into a conspiracy with other people.
Were those people charged?
One of them was. He cooperated.
Cooperated? In what way?
He testified at trial that we had a silent agreement.
To subvert democracy?
That's right.
Did you?
Well, I don't know how you can have a silent agreement with someone 1,000 miles away over the internet.
Had you ever met this person?
No, never met him. I didn't even, at the time, November 2016, I had never even spoken to him one-on-one, or I don't even think in a group chat.
What role did the Huffington Post play in this case?
So I was posting pseudonymously. So they doxed me in 2018.
So you were not using your real name, as
That's right.
Many people don't, both on the internet and in literature. And a Huffington Post reporter decided to reveal your true identity.
Yes.
Who was the reporter?
Luke O'Brien.
Luke O'Brien. How did he find out who you were?
Just through some basically people that leaked my name to him, basically.
Huh.
Disgruntled people or whatever you want to call it.
So because Luke O'Brien did this, you were arrested and faced 10 years in prison.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, their criminal complaint basically was just using what Luke O'Brien did.
So it sounds like, in effect, Luke O'Brien, like so many journalists, is actually working for the national security state in order to imprison and destroy people who dissent.
Could be.
It does sound that way a little bit?
I have my suspicions, I guess.
Boy, you are from Vermont. I'm tempted to ask you, how do you get there from here? You have a right to be anonymous on the internet, obviously. Luke O'Brien's supposed to be like a reporter or something, and he's spending his time trying to discover your identity because he doesn't like your politics. What was the effect, other than the federal indictment, of being doxxed by the Huffington Post?
It was very difficult, personally, for me. Very hard on my family, very hard on myself, and very hard on my friends. So it was very difficult. You know, I lost a lot at the time, but I think it was also...
So tell me what you lost.
So I lost basically just friends. I had difficult relationships with family members.
They were never your friends, unfortunately. Doug B over on Rumble drops off 50 and says the crazy leftists are admitting to what they do by indicting Trump for the same things. Let's see, how fucking stupid can they be? Well, they keep getting away with it, and that's the problem. That's the problem. They keep getting away. And Doug B just dropped another 50 over on Rumble and says, my last rant for a while. I need to stop talking in chat. My blood is boiling. I totally understand, Doug. I totally understand, brother. It is crazy. Meme TV says Douglas Mackey did nothing wrong. Memers and comedy will be prosecuted in 2024. This sets a new precedent. And that is exactly right. So much for free speech. We already knew that. Yeah, that's what they're working towards too.
And I just had to restart everything.
Because you were revealed to have said naughty things on the internet?
That's right. Yeah.
Does sound kind of Soviet, doesn't it?
Yeah. I think it does.
Huh. Are you afraid to go to prison?
I don't think so.
How many guys from your class at Middlebury have gone to prison?
None that I'm aware of.
None that you're aware of, right? I mean, so I guess kind of what I'm saying is you're not from a world where it was expected you would wind up facing a prison term.
No.
How has this changed your view of the United States?
Well, I don't know if that we're a free country. I'm not sure. I have my doubts, like I said.
So if you can be thrown in prison for making fun of Hillary Clinton, I mean, does set a precedent, does it not?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the scary thing is, if they think that you're, conspiring on the internet, they can subpoena your entire life and dig through everything you've got. So, I mean, it sets a very dangerous precedent. Not only the fact that they can pick you up and drag you to whatever federal district they want in the entire country because tweets go over wires.
Well, you made fun of Hillary Clinton in 2016 in a pretty lighthearted way, by the way. It's obvious now that she's evil. I mean, she would be delighted to see you go to prison, and that's evil. Just say it out loud.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that about her when you mocked her in 2016?
I don't know. I saw what she...
I mean, any politician who roots for her critics to go to prison is by definition like, that's Idi Amin territory.
Well, let me
right?
just put it this way. I saw her reaction to when Gaddafi was murdered, so...
Yeah. I think if anything, we understated her darkness. Did members of Congress come out in support of you?
Some have, actually, yes.
In a meaningful way, in a way that helped you?
I mean, I'm very grateful for it. I don't know I don't know how much power they have. I mean, they can maybe open investigations, that kind of thing. But so far, there have been some that have been supportive.
Have any traditional liberals, other than Glenn Greenwald, come out in support of you?
Very few and far between. It's been very few and far between. There are a couple and more libertarian types and some liberals, some who even might say like, oh, we don't like this. We thought this was a bad thing rather than just a shit post or a joke. But, should we be charging these things with 10-year federal felonies?
Should we? Like, it's an open question. Should we really execute him? So where does this leave you in life?
So, I mean, like I said, I'm just very grateful. I'm very fortunate to have the support that I've gotten. Family, friends, and just regular people who have come to my support. So that, hopefully this will be an opportunity and not a, not like I said, hopefully this is an opportunity.
An opportunity for what?
Well, there's something redemptive about suffering, so we'll find out.
Yes, I think that's right. But I mean, so in the past several years since you were indicted, like how much of your life has been spent dealing with this case?
Well, I've got great lawyers that have handled it, a lot of it for me, but definitely a lot of time, a lot of hours, a lot of preparation for trial. And I think just the stress of it is very difficult, you know, but at the same time, I think that you learn to roll with the punches.
But does it ever, I mean, how much do you fight self-pity?
To be honest with you, I don't like self-pity.
Good. Doug Mackey, good luck.
Thank you.
We're definitely rooting for you. And I'm sorry on behalf of the country that you had to go through this. It's just one of the worst things I've ever seen.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
What a sad and pathetic excuse for a government. Again, man, if that doesn't piss you off, I don't know what does. I really don't. But this is where we are. And again, we have to be clear. Like, this is the same FBI that raided Trump's house. That's right. Raided Trump's house. Meme TV, do you know Doug personally? Like, do you know him? No, I can't remember if I've asked you this before or not. Because I know you're intertwined with all the memers out there. So do you know him? That's pretty cool. Yeah, you do know him? Sweet, man. Well, let him know that we got his back here at CobraCast, and we got to get Trump back in office, dude. It's just that simple. Like, it's just that simple. And all of these problems, they don't go away overnight. But that's how that's how we get this back on track, is to vote for Trump. That's it. That's it. Vic Whiplash, quiet peasants and eat your bugs or else. That's right. Quiet peasants and eat your bugs or else. That's where we're heading right now. And that's why we got to keep fighting. And again, Doug Mackey it's the same thing as Alex Jones. Why did they take Alex Jones down? Because they were trying to set a precedent. And Doug Mackey is another precedent that was set. They are setting a precedent, and they want to send a message. Hey, don't speak out on things. Don't make memes. Don't laugh at Hillary Clinton. Don't laugh at the Democrats. All of that. That is where we are with it. And it truly is astonishing that we've witnessed all of this play out the way we have. Okay, we got Hayden Wayne for 20 says, what happened to this man and what's happening now with the internet the persecution of Trump? The United States government is out of control. The U.S. used to step in and shut down governments doing this in foreign countries. And now yet here we are. You're 100% right. What has happened to us? EHEF. Oh, this is from the last CobraCast. EHEF, if you're here. And I think you sent this one as we were ending the stream. It says Vivek came in with the energy of an explosion sun. It was glorious. Now I need new pants and a biohazard cleanup team. Yeah, we're actually going to talk about Vivek. He was actually on Patrick Bet David on Valuetainment. So legalize adulthood. What up, a legalize adulthood in the house? Says 100% spot on, Jeremy. I hate it when people pull that false equivalency crap. Absolutely, man. It drives me insane. John Kennedy for 2 says 6'3", 215. Alan Tanassi, memes and jokes are our political weapon. Eric K, just like Men in Black, Hillary's skin is falling off her face. Let's see. Neg says, hail the 199. Did you hear of Panama Eco Killer? Fuck around, find out. Oh, you're talking about the guy that shot the climate change activist freaks. I did hear about that. Black Girl Magic. His case is the reason that I meme so much. Hell yeah. Let's see. Great Tang says, I named my shotgun Donald Pump, going to the range at my bud Cameron's birthday tomorrow. Have I missed you posting a range vid? No, I haven't posted any range vids. I'd like to go out there sometimes. Sometime. I have not had the time. Alan Tanay says, memers and comedians need to be protected at all cost. Absolutely. Dom H dropped the 10 gifted membership ships. Let's go. Vault 95 Survivor dropping this one on the table, smacking that dollar down. Says, happy Veterans Day to all my fellow CBs. Hail Jeremy. Look them up if you don't know who they are. We build, we fight. And then Vault 95 says, CobraCast is around 8 months old now, ever since Benny Boy told audience members to go fuck themselves for not liking the pay to talk in this YouTube chat while I subscribed. Has it been 8 months now? Wow. And it's all because Tim Pool basically said, fuck you to his audience. And CobraCast was born. That is wild, man. That is wild. The blind lawyer explains it was a kangaroo court brought in by bad jurisdiction anti-Trump. The prosecutor needs to be jailed. Dan says both sides are bad. One is just far worse than the other. Isaac says, middle of the night knock, don't open the door. Tell them to F off and contact a lawyer and live stream that shit. Absolutely. Let me see here. Chad Layton says, I can't recommend anyone joining any part of the military anymore. Sucks as a vet. I just can't do it. Yeah, I'm under Biden. Things are pretty bad. Things are pretty bad right now. Let's see. Legalize adulthood with a 1990. Says Trump lawyer with the boobs are the best. Hail the 199. As a matter of fact, after this, so I got two things going on after this stream. All right. We've got a Alina Haba video that we uploaded, and it's a clip from the last CobraCast, and that'll be on this channel. And then I'm going live playing some Fortnite on Geeks and Gamers Play. So keep that in mind. So we are, and Jay will be with me and Rolo will be with me. So that'll be over on Geeks and Gamers Play. So that'll be after this. That'll be after that. But we got an Alina Haba video as well. So that's going to be fun. That's going to be fun. I got to check. I have not heard this yet. I'm going to be reacting to this for the first time. All right. Vivek, and people keep telling me it's Vivek. So maybe it's Vivek, but either way, he was on Valuetainment. All right. And this is, they have no chance. Talking about Vivek slams Nikki Haley and Ron DeSantis.
Why do you think they jumped ship from Ron DeSantis to Nikki Haley? Like you said, the first part of the election.
Yeah.
The second part, she's been very hawkish.
I think it just became quickly evident that Ron DeSantis
momentum
has no. Well, yeah, I mean, he has no chance. They've concluded, I think, correctly. I mean, I think the same is true about Nikki Haley too. But it became so obvious that with that much money behind him, and we're talking like mega amounts of money that have never been spent in a Republican primary before. If that couldn't lift up this dead weight that's still hanging on the ground, then, okay, that's a lost cause. Let's just find the next puppet we can prop up. And, you know, I think that Nikki Haley came out to be actively pro-war. I mean, this is a woman who calls her heels ammunition. This is a woman who, you know, I think when she comes, I mean, I felt like saying on the stage, you know, I'm not some third world nation that you want to come bomb, right? That's what she sees. The bombs explode, her bank account grows. That's the kind of.
Yeah, Nikki Haley is a warmonger. That's all she is. And I can't stand her. I can't stand her. Gordo Stein for 20 on Rumble, indicting Doug, only acknowledges that they think their voters are too stupid to know what sarcasm is and need to be protected from free thought. Absolutely. Hey man, Rumble is competing with YouTube tonight on Super Chats. I just want to point that out. It's YouTube's still winning, but Rumble's competing with YouTube tonight on Super Chats. Pretty interesting.
Person that says, okay, if she has really greased the wheels of her own bank account to do the thing that we want America to be doing, that's our new puppet. She has no chance, right? I mean, this woman's going absolutely nowhere in this election, but it's the new thing that the establishment has chosen to see if they can't pour the same cash that they were throwing at Ron DeSantis to prop up this new puppet. And, you know, I think this one's worse than the Ron DeSantis puppet. Ron DeSantis, I wouldn't call him corrupt, right? I actually think he was a good governor. I think he's a good dude, actually, like at his heart. I think his family's a good family. I think he's been exploited. I think that's actually what's happened here is this man would have just continued being the governor of this state and probably done a pretty good job of it. And then the establishment decided, said, no, that's not your choice. You will be the chosen one to run for president.
You don't think he wanted to?
I don't think he wanted to.
Really?
That's an interesting perspective from Vivek here. All right, that's an interesting, but I don't agree. I don't agree. And by the way, Doug B just said YouTube winning ? For $100 on Rumble right now. YouTube's winning by about 50, about $75 right now. Jordan is a ninja, says Jeremy is a fig and also gay and sucks at Titanfall. God dang it.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, I haven't, I'm giving you my opinion on this.
Yeah.
Certain things I can tell you are hard facts. Everything we've talked about so far about Ron McDaniel on all that corruption, that's hard fact. Now I'm just giving you my opinion here. I don't think he in his heart would have wanted to do this or felt called to do that. I think he was dragged into this. And it was a form of sort of abuse of a guy who wasn't wired for this, right? I mean, he doesn't have the personality for it. I don't think that he has a personal appetite for it. I think he cares about the country. I think that he has, he served the country
I think if he cared about the country, he would have fucking supported President Trump. I think if he cared about the country, he would have sat there and said, we need President Trump because we can't allow what happened in 2020 to not go unmatched. We cannot allow this to happen. That is how you tell me you love the country. No, Ron DeSantis loves himself. Ron DeSantis loves himself. He loves himself and he wants his name in the bright lights, and he can't stand that Donald Trump is the fucking man. And he thought he could take him down and he couldn't. That's what it comes down to. And legalize adulthood just dropped a proper 199 and says Rumble winning. Well, F that. Time for a proper 199 Trump 2024 all the way, baby. Holy crap. Woo! Yikes. That is insane. Andrew Tate's General Award says, Jeremy, I think Friday, if you could get a guest, that would be amazing. Or every other Friday out of the month. I got some plans for CobraCast. I've got some plans, okay? Keep that in mind. And legalize adulthood. I appreciate you, brother. Holy crap. Insanity. Alan Tennessee says, I was told Tim Pool has some of Jack Murphy's beard. Can't confirm, but that's what I heard. Let's see. But yeah, you guys are amazing. Whether you're supporting on Rumble or YouTube, it's appreciated. I love the fuck out of all of you. But back to am I saying it right now, Vivek? Am I finally saying it right? Yeah, I think that Ron DeSantis has proven that he is a selfish individual that only cares about himself. Donald Trump is 77 years old. His entire life, Donald Trump has been asked if he's going to run for president. And his entire life, he said, I don't really want to. I would really like it if someone else could do it, but I'm really worried about this country. For 30, 40 years, Donald Trump was asked this question. And he refused and saying, I really don't want to. I really don't want to. But if it gets to a point where I have to, then I'm going to have to do it. In his 70s or late 60s, he finally fucking did it. Ron DeSantis is an opportunistic piece of shit. And Doug B, my God, just dropped a proper 199 on Rumble. Oh my God. And he just said 199. Is Ripa in the chat? What up, Ripa? We got craziness going on, man. Holy shit. Dark Obsidian says, this is for last night when you guys were playing Mario Kart. I didn't have the money then. Well, thank you, brother. Holy crap. Holy crap. Jonathan says, Rumble D's nuts 199. Lost Tales is cheering on the Rumble chat. You got YouTube chat fighting. You got Young Ripa in the house. And we got Vivek here.
The military is a lawyer, and otherwise, he seems to be a service-oriented person. I think he was doing a good job in Florida. I think he cares about Florida. You know, I think once they started putting him up to this, then it changes your mentality, and you use Florida as a pedestal to then achieve national ambition. But him left to himself, without the establishment tainting him, he would have just been another of many good governors across the country. That's the right role for someone like him, or he's an executor. You know, in some ways, people use this expression. They mean it as a slight. You know, he's about somebody they could say he's all talk, no action. In some ways, Ron DeSantis was for a while all action and no talk. And I don't mean that as a negative. You could take that as a positive. But when you're talking about running for president of the United States, you have to be able to articulate a vision of who we are and where we're headed. That's part of the job. And that's not a guy who has it. But they propped him up. They forced him into it. But I would not call him really, corrupt. I think he has to dance to the tune of his donors just because that's the way the game is played, and it's the mother's milk of politics. And so he does that like any other puppet would. But the person who's actually corrupt in this, like outright corrupt, is Nikki Haley.
Really?
Yeah, she's corrupt. And in the way that like Joe Biden is corrupt.
Is that when you said you made money with Boeing board?
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of go through the fact.
Yeah.
He just said she's as corrupt as Joe Biden. Savage as hell. Holy crap. Like, it's one thing to say she's corrupt. It's another thing to say she's corrupt to the Joe Biden level. And I am here for it. That is savagery on a whole new level. Jordan is a ninja says, I call Jeremy a proper fig on Rumble. Gordo Stein says, the sooner all y'all beta YouTube viewers come over to Rumble, the sooner you can stop supporting a company that hates you for 20. Holy crap, man. You guys are crazy tonight.
Yeah. It's here, right? I mean, just like, this is somebody privately benefiting from their public service, right? This is wrong. It's wrong when Hunter Biden does it. Oh, and by the way, all these people, including Nikki Haley, will talk about Hunter Biden. Interesting how that works. Joe Biden's son. She's happy to talk about him without talking about the corruption in her own family. So she's governor of South Carolina, does special favors for this company called Boeing her entire time while she's in office. After her time in public service, she has a nice little cush board seat, ready, warm, waiting for her at Boeing. He's a private company. A private company flies around in a private jet. I think it was some Nephron Pharmaceutical, some pharmaceutical company. I forget what name it was. I'd never heard of it. It's not even some major company, and I come from that industry, but it's some random company that's getting, I don't know what the name of it is, that I haven't heard of. It's okay, but flying her around on their private jet, making their private jet available to her, get state contracts from that governor. And I could go on. I mean, this is just a consistent pattern. Okay, this person has repeatedly milked and done favors for people who have scratched her back. She does her short-lived, cup of coffee stint at the UN. Okay, very short-lived stint. Her real foreign policy experience wasn't her time at the UN. It was the millions she made afterwards. After she steps down, her family starts a military contracting firm, Allied Defense LLC. If the mainstream press were doing...
Legalized Adulthood says, bring it. Going out to karaoke soon. Have a great Friday night. To all the veterans out there, thank you for your service. Thank you, Legalized Adulthood. Holy crap. Woo!
Their decisions. Allied Defense should have to disclose who their clients are. I did something that normal business people don't do. I've put up 20 years of my tax records, personal tax filings. She should put up 20 years of her personal tax filings and put up the clients of Allied Defense LLC. If you're running for U.S. president, tell us who the damn clients are of the military contractor that you started, presumably using your connections from the UN. Starts the military contracting firm. Starts, again, then serving on the board of Boeing. Ends up giving secretive speaking fees from foreign actors while also running a military contracting firm. Think about that. It's Hillary Clinton on steroids. You could just go down the list. She's somebody who literally during this presidential campaign, as far as I know, it's unprecedented in U.S. presidential election history, collecting corporate stock options while running for U.S. president. And now she's a multimillionaire. And by the way, what I left out was at the time she left the UN, she and her family were drowning in debt. By the way, for somebody who's an accountant, that's a discussion for another day. But goes from being and wants to run the U.S. and says that she's the candidate who's going to fix our national debt problem. comes out of government, drowning in personal debt.
Dude, he is scorching Nikki Haley. Like, are we understanding? Like, he is scorching her right now. This is a brutal takedown. This is a massive takedown. Holy crap. And like I said, so with him, with Vivek, whatever his fucking name is, I've had my concerns about him all along, and I stand by all those concerns. He talks to anybody, he talks to anybody, which is very much like a very, very good trait. Few politicians can actually do what he does. He has, and somebody just in a member message, and I agree, he 100% has no chance. He's zero chance of winning. I think that this whole time he has been working for a spot in the Trump cabinet. That's what I think he's been working towards, and he's done a phenomenal job of elevating his name in the ring, for sure.
Uses connections to start a military contracting firm without naming their clients. Somebody who actually then joins the board of Boeing, the company whose back she scratched forever while Governor of South Carolina, another military contractor, speaking fees, including with foreign actors, Hillary Clinton style, collecting stock options while running for U.S. president, all of that, then emerges just like Joe Biden, a multimillionaire. These are not the people, whether it's Biden or Haley, these are not the people we should want deciding whether to send your kids to die fighting somebody else's war. It's disqualifying. At the very least, be transparent about it. And then you get to the question of the press. Where's the press asking the questions? Okay. What are the clients of Allied Defense LLC? It's a dereliction of your duty as the certainly conservative press to ask that basic question. Why shouldn't the American people know who are the clients of the military contracting firm that her fortune bumps up eightfold, becomes a multimillionaire, exploiting her connections at the time at the UN, now running to be commander-in-chief on a hawkish worldview, marching us into World War III? We deserve to know. And yet, the same establishment that props up Ronna McDaniel as the chair of the RNC, the same establishment that hires the likes of Kristen Welker to run that debate, the same establishment that tried to prop up Ron DeSantis but realized that even reams of millions could not lift up that dead weight, so now has shifted to Nikki Haley, does not want other people like me asking that question, which is why they're so keen to silence me.
And that's why she called you scum.
Oh, yeah, and I think it's a lot of projection going on there.
Yeah, because you hurt the wallet. You hurt the wallet, though. If you think about it, Vivek, that everybody in that stage was pro-war. And Pat made a...
He literally just called in Vivek, sitting right there. What the fuck is his name?
point about a month ago. When you see
bloodthirsty.
when you see a hospital, Vivek, all those rooms, they're in business. They need sick people to be in there.
Yep.
We need a war. And it's a conflict of interest. If you're a defense contracting, your whole family, her husband, Michael Haley, owns one. Would you become president, Vivek, would you put legislation to like not have that happen?
All of this corruption should be banned. You should not be able to lobby the government for 10 years until after you've left the government. If you have regulated a company or done a deal with a company, as you do in South Carolina with Boeing, you absolutely should never be able to join the board of that company, certainly not for 10 or 20 years. Okay? You shouldn't be able to trade individual stocks with your own individual investment discretion.
Mm-hmm.
If you're
what he said at the debates is this is the thing that really did, like, he does get it. What he said at the debate about we should be sitting here with Joe Rogan, Elon Musk, and Tucker Carlson as the debate moderators. He's 1000% right. On no planet should the Democrats and the left have so much control. The most influential and popular people are all on the non-woke side. I'm not going to say conservative, but the non-woke side. Could you imagine that scenario? And I've talked about this. Elon Musk, Joe Rogan, Tucker Carlson moderating a debate that Donald Trump is part of. It would be the most viewed debate in the history of debates, and it would probably get more viewers than the fucking Super Bowl if those three guys were the moderators and Donald Trump is standing on stage. And the new people that it would bring into the fold, the new eyes that it would bring into the fold, the viral clips, the viral moments, you would destroy the left with that. You would destroy it. It would be incredible. The left can't compete with that. Why aren't we doing that? And Vivek's the one that asked that question.
You're a congressman or a regulator of
Or
that
Nancy
specific
Pelosi.
industry. Yeah, or Nancy Pelosi. But here's the thing, man, because I have been very critical of the corrupt Democratic establishment, the Pelosi's, the Bidens, the Hillary Clintons of the world. But I can't do that with credibility if we have the same problem in our own house, but then you're not supposed to talk about it. Okay. And here's the thing that, the Republican Party claims to be the party that is against identity politics. I mean, there's an unspoken rule in the Republican Party that if you have two X chromosomes, you got to be careful about going after her. And I get that. I mean, the political consulting class tells me that as well in the first couple debates. Yeah, I've probably got the bad advice, but she's called me 4-letter words each of the last few debates, but there's a certain thing. If you have two X chromosomes, somehow you're immune from criticism. That's not what the Republican Party stands for. Identity politics. If you're running for U.S. president, you can't handle the heat. You stay out of the kitchen. You want to sit across the table from Xi Jinping? You better be able to confront basic questions like your tax returns or how you made your money or who the clients of Allied Defense LLC are and how that relates to your foreign policy that, frankly, makes more money by taking us to war.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one,
Crazy stuff, man. He's on point, man. Vivek. I'm saying Vivek. I don't give a shit. I'm saying it the way I've been saying it. I ain't changing. I'm not going to do it. Vivek is the way I'm saying. I don't like saying Vivek. Vivek sounds like you're pandering. It's Vivek. That's what we're doing right there. And then, he's got one on Ronna McDaniel that he's roasting her, apparently. Okay. Here we go. We got one on Ronna McDaniel. He's roasting her. Let's check that one out.
how was dinner with your family and Ronna McDaniel last night?
It was, well, she said she refused to pay the bill because I'm not going to get another cent from the RNC.
Yeah, I saw that.
Can you believe
she
this?
say that? Can she say that?
I mean, not legally. I mean, if you think about your duty is not your money.
Yeah.
It's not your money, right? And so, I don't know if you think people know what we're already
This is the
talking
story
about.
you're talking about right here,
Yeah,
right?
people already know what we're
He's
talking
an
about.
asshole, total asshole.
So just so people, if they didn't watch the debate the other night or whatever, I am a believer in accountability. Okay, so this woman is appointed chair of the RNC, Republican National Committee, in 2017. Let's just do the math. It's not that complicated. 2018, loss. 2020, loss. 2022, no red wave. 2023, bad trouncing. So insanity is expecting a different conclusion unless you're going to make a change. This is the person who's running the Republican National Committee. So that had happened the night before the debate, the 2023 trouncing. So I went on stage and said, when nobody else, every other candidate's supposed to delicately tiptoe around the genteel norms of the RNC. And it's not like I surprised her with this. Okay. We actually, I haven't talked about this before. So we had a debate walkthrough. You kind of go through in the morning of. I'm not making this up. It's like, I wish there was no cameras around in there. We can catch this. She comes in. She's just like trying to give me a hug. I'm like, I'll give you a handshake. And I was just like, how are you doing? And she's like, how are you doing? I was like, not great. I mean, the election didn't go very well last night. She's not great given last night. And I'm not even kidding you. Here's what she says. What happened last night?
Oh, no.
No, I'm not kidding.
No.
So I thought she was joking.
No, there's no way. I mean, honestly, he's probably not wrong, though. He's probably not wrong.
So I'm just like, yeah. She's like, no, but seriously, what happened last night? And then she got kind of combative about it.
Who's around when this is happening?
Oh, like people from NBC, other like staffers from the Republican
She came
Party.
to want to give you a hug. You said, I'll give you a handshake.
Yeah. So I'll give you a handshake.
Have you guys had any feud prior to this or no?
No, but I believe in, well, we have, not multiple actually. Because it's not personal. It's the failure of how she leads this party. I mean, number one, at the start of this race, I said, release the debate stage criteria so you don't play games later. I believe that played a role. And she was just like, no, but they actually released it earlier than they did last time around because I believe I called on them to. So they released it at least earlier. So I gave credit where credit was due when they at least responded. First, she was like, no, we're not going to do it. We're staying radio silent. But I believe I had an impact on that. And I gave credit where credit was due. So that loop was closed. Then Fox calls me after the second debate and Chris Christie and say, hey, would you spar with Chris Christie or have a open dialogue since the second debate? I mean, the unspoken reality is that was useless. So I said I would do it. The night before, Ronna McDaniel calls me on my cell phone and says, "You will be disqualified from the next debate if you participate in this discussion with Chris Christie." I said, "Ronna, how does this advance the interests of the GOP? Like the GOP voter base. How is the GOP voter base better off if we hear less debate between the candidates? Explain that to me." She has no good explanation, but regardless, that raised some of my recent sparring with her in public. But this has nothing to do with me and her. What happened on the night before the debate was the Republican Party nationally got trounced, and everybody, if
destroyed, Kentucky,
totally destroyed. Virginia, I mean, kind of Ohio. You just go. These are red states, okay? Kentucky and Ohio certainly. And so I'm walking in. This is the morning after that trouncing. This is the chairwoman of the Republican National Committee. She's coming. She's like, "Hey, how are you?" I'm like, "I'll give you a handshake." She's like, "How you doing?" I said, "Not that well, given that last night didn't go very well." She said, "What happened last night?"
Like oblivious.
Is she saying it jokingly?
No, she's saying it almost angrily, right? Because I was like, the last night didn't go well. So she's challenging me. She says, "Well, what happened last night?"
Oh, okay.
Like, what happened last night? I don't know what happened last night. Tell me what happened last night.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, this is the person who's accountable for running the Republican Party. I said, "Who lost the election?" She said, "We have nothing to do with that.
Really?
I run the National Party. These are state races. We have nothing to do with that."
That sounds so right.
And then
so
says,
accurate.
and then starts to like escalate her voice and says, "I refuse to fall on the sword for this one. I refuse to fall on the sword for this one. This is not my fault." And it's like, okay, clearly she's been criticized.
How many
all day
minutes
for
before
this.
you hit the stage is this happening?
Oh, this is like early. This is in the morning, right?
Okay,
like
it's
around
pre-game
lunchtime.
prep. Yeah,
You kind of go
I got you.
through.
Walk
They show
through.
you where you're going to be
Yep.
standing. Here's your microphone. So that's where this happens. So it's not like I surprised her on the stage.
Got it.
All right. She knew where I'm at on this.
She had already had a long morning with this topic.
Oh, of course, and should. I mean, 2018 loss, 2020 loss, 2022 no red wave, 2023 trouncing, total drubbing for the Republican Party. This is the individual who's the national chairwoman. She runs the entire Republican National Committee. Where's the accountability? So I get on stage and you're getting some like, standard, beaten dead old horse Donald Trump question. I said, forget that. Let's talk about what happened last night. Because the last two elections he's been out, Republicans have gotten trounced for different reasons. So stop blaming the boogeyman. There's an accountability problem within the Republican Party. And so I say on stage that Ronna McDaniel, if she wanted to come up on stage, and I meant it, if she did want to come up on stage, debate stage time is valuable, but I would still yield my time to her if she wants to use the microphone, look the American people in the eye, and say she resigns, which would be good for the Republican Party. And I believe she should resign. So what does she say? So then the press reports there's people apparently sitting in her row or behind her row in front of her, where she is. Think about this, the neutral arbiter of the Republican National Committee later in the debate when I'm sparring with other candidates, booing when I'm speaking, clapping against other candidates when they're speaking against me. So
She was booing.
Yeah.
He was booing.
she's booing me at other points in the debate. And I don't care about that, but think about your dereliction of duty.
Yeah.
You're supposedly the neutral arbiter of the entire National Republican Party hosting a debate. It's like a referee cheering in the middle of a game between two teams. It doesn't make sense. Like if the referee is like booing or hollering in favor of one team or the other, that's what that looks like if she's the arbiter. Then she's saying during the breaks, and this is as reported by the press, so I wasn't there, but it's apparently sources who are around her, reported by multiple sources in the press, saying that I would not get another cent from the RNC.
Yep.
So think about what that means. That means she believes that's her money. Right? These are donations she's collected from other people, but somebody said a mean thing about her, and it's not even a mean thing about her. Someone said that we need accountability in the Republican Party, that this person who has failed us 4 times in a row, that there needs to be some accountability. She says, if he says that about me, then this money that I have been a steward for, a fiduciary for, that I'm not going to give a cent to him because he said something that I didn't like about me. That's a conflict of interest. So then I get a question after the debate in the press room. I don't know who it came from, but I'm presuming it's from, one of the RNC aligned people, which is, how come you would go on Ronna's stage, on her stage is what they said, on her stage and criticize her like that? My response is, that's not her stage. And that's the problem with this party. It doesn't belong to these corrupt establishment political creatures. It belongs to the voters and the people of this country. And that's where the Republican Party is badly mixed up.
Question for you.
And so no, dinner didn't go well.
But I assume you know her last name, her maiden name.
Romney.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think I think she embodies it.
Let me ask you a question. When she said,
All right, that was a good answer. That was a damn good answer. And yeah, I mean, dude, like, look at how bad. What I can't process, what I can't get through my my head is that Donald Trump, in a true boss fashion, like, doesn't even need to go to the debates. He doesn't even show up to the debates. He's crushing it in every single poll. He's just destroying the Republican Party. Nobody is even remotely close. They won't back him. They won't support him. And this is what drives me crazy, because like in any other normal circumstance, if there was any Republican candidate that was this far ahead in the polls, the entire party, the entire establishment would be right behind him, just doing everything they can to rally around. But because it's Trump, because he's not going to let them get away with all their bullshit, they won't support him. And it's insane that he's such a boss, dude. Like, I'm not going to your debate, and I'm going to continue to leave you in the polls. It's freaking beautiful.
you can't, go debate Christie, then how is she okay with DeSantis debating Newsom?
Because it's corruption, man.
You think that's what it is?
Absolutely, it's corrupt. Because the people who are propping up Ron DeSantis, like the super PAC money, all of that's doing up. And it's not criticizing Ron or not. It has nothing to do with it. It's just the system is. There's tens and tens of millions of dollars in a system where supposedly the max you can give to a campaign is $3,300. The people who have lobbied and gotten their special favors from, and it's not just Ron, it's the way politics works, that those people are the big donors to the Republican Party. And Ron is debating another candidate who's running for U.S. president, that is called Gavin Newsom, and the man who's running for U.S. president, flying around doing. The funny thing about this is Gavin Newsom is not running for U.S. president in the same way that Ron DeSantis was not running for U.S. president, jaunting around on public money and private jets on matters that have nothing to do with the state. That's what Gavin Newsom is doing now. And as I said on the debate stage as well, to the Democratic Party, man, I call it Republicans, Democrats evenly, I call Democrats more. Be honest, Joe Biden's not going to be the nominee. So who's it going to be? Put up whichever other person it's going to be so we can have an honest debate. But Ron is able to have that full-on debate on the same network, Fox. But if they're calling me, I think what happened is at a certain point in the race, around late summer, initially they're saying, oh, yeah, young guy, okay, check the box. We got, a lot of boxes he checks for us. We get to say that this guy ran in the Republican Party, young guy, different generation, first generation, whatever. Okay, we checked that box. Oh, wait, he's not going away when he's supposed to, right? The other no-name candidates, and I was initially a no-name candidate too, the other no-name candidates had no chance of making the first debate. They're all off. Nobody really paid attention to them. Wait, this guy's sticking around. And then, wait, he's saying some things that the establishment that has an allergic reaction to Trump, wait, he sounds a little bit like that. No, this isn't supposed to happen again. No, stop it. Okay, it was cute while it lasted. Like, make it stop. That's sort of where they were. And so I think there has been a concerted effort amongst the donor establishment class that has convened private summits with the Haley campaign, the DeSantis, the Scott campaigns, Pence and others, Christie. I'm the only person other than Trump that's not, invited to these closed door forums. There's certain debates we want Ron DeSantis to get his airtime. You do it, we're going to disqualify you from the next debate. And then you get to the place where now, if you're critical of that party, she says, we're not going to use that because she doesn't like what I said. It's a personal conflict of interest, is going to say you don't get another cent from the RNC. So in a certain sense, they prove my point about the corruption to say that they view this as their money, to treat it in a way that they're going to pick whoever their favorite horses are.
Yeah, that's very strange because the voter, I'm sitting there saying, and I even asked the governor, I said, why are you debating Newsom? I think a year ago made sense. I think right now makes no sense for the two of you guys to debate. But Rob, do you have the clip of Ronna McDaniel being confronted about what Vivek said and what her response is? And she said, I'm not the one running for president. Play this clip if you could.
There were allegations.
He called him Vivek too just now, by the way, just for the record.
That were thrown on the stage by one of the candidates in particular, arguing that the Republican Party has a culture of losing. Specifically, Vivek Ramaswamy called for you to resign. Would you like to respond to that?
I'm going to focus on beating Joe Biden. I wish that's what all the candidates did. I'm not running for president. I'm very proud of the fact that under my tenure, we won back the House. We now are getting investigations into the Bidens. I also, as Michigan chair for the first time in 30 years, won a state that Democrats hadn't been in. I'm very proud of the fact that we're going to have staff in 15 states heading into 2024. But, I'll leave other people to attack Republicans. I'm going to focus on Democrats. I will say this. We can't attack each other and win. We need all of us.
So actually,
you can pause it at this
I have
point.
a comment on that,
Go for
which was really funny. I hadn't seen this interview. I saw a different interview she did on Fox or Fox Business, where literally that was yesterday morning. She's going on air, national conservative audience, and literally just stated as a fact that Vivek voted for Obama.
Oh yeah, that's
All right, he said Vivek, and he kind of knows the name. I just want to point that out.
that's right.
100. I just confirm it for you. 100% false. Never voted for Obama in my life. So you have the chair of the RNC saying, "I'm not going to criticize the Republicans," and then go on national TV, say one of the Republican presidential candidates who you were booing in the middle of the debate. Oh, you have that one?
It's 11 seconds. You can.
All right, can we put L's in the chat for me? L's in the chat for D-Day Cobra. All right, I kind of lost. We lost that one, boys. we took the L on that one. Kind of took the L on that one. All right, let's listen to Vivek. Here we go.
You can play the clip.
Oh, you guys
I
on top
texted
of
it
this,
to
man.
you.
You guys already, yeah.
I'm looking footage of
Maybe
her
I saw it
booing.
after you actually. So that was press reports of people who were sitting in her row commenting on the fact that she said that there's going to be not 1 cent to me from the RNC, fiduciary violation.
This money things situation, this not 1 cent. How does it actually get divvied up? Because you're the only candidate out there that has made their money as an entrepreneur.
To
You don't need
so
their
to tell you
money.
the truth, I have no idea how the hell all of this sausage making works because I've basically said screw the system. Now, what does that cost me? 8-figure sums of my wealth that we're putting into this campaign. 15, 16 plus million bucks already, putting in millions more. It's going to be tens of millions of dollars, certainly by the time we're done. We're going to stop at nothing. But that's the cost of saying screw you to a corrupt system that otherwise wants you to behave like their circus monkey, which I refuse to. But the point is, this is a person who's running the RNC, managing other people's money, and saying that because you said something I don't like, I'm not going to give you 1 cent, then goes on national TV and spews. I mean, it's just a straight up factual falsehood, right? Vivek voted for Obama. Is it false? Yes, it is. Is it damaging? Yes, it is. Is it done with malicious intent for the person who was booing at me and saying those things? Yes, it was. Now, am I going to go after her because I have better things to do in my life? Probably not, right? But this is corrupt stuff.
Well, in the first debate,
Play this real quick because it's 11 seconds. Go ahead, Rob.
I know Vivek's kind of newer to the party. He voted for Obama, so he may not know that.
Look at her. She just flat
But
out
this is
says I
something we're
voted for.
gonna-
She just lied. Wow. Like, just straight up said his name correctly, but she lied.
Come on, it is a lie. I mean, look at this woman. Bold face, getting up there, loses 4 elections for the Republican Party, pathetically going up, literally just looking the American voters, Republican voters in the eye, and telling them a bold-faced lie. I mean, you just play that. I just want people to hit a clip again because I don't want that I'm putting words in her mouth.
I know Vivek's kind of newer to the party. He voted for Obama, so he may not know
voted
that.
for, I mean, this is so that is a lie. This woman without a fact, with an iota of basis.
Is there a way to prove that so she loses?
Yeah, actually, there's a way to prove it.
Okay.
He has voting
so
record,
the fact
right?
that the voting record. So actually, I was so disillusioned, and I've talked about this. I voted Libertarian when I was young in my first election. Then I got so disillusioned from politics that it's actually public record that in both those elections, I don't like John McCain, and I didn't like Barack Obama, and I didn't like Mitt Romney, and I didn't like Barack Obama. So I actually didn't vote in those elections. I sat him out. I'm not particularly proud of that. I was in my 20s. I understand why many people are disillusioned from politics. I was disillusioned back then too. I voted for the Libertarian candidate back in 2004, and then I basically said, "Screw this. I have better things to do with my life. I'm going to be an entrepreneur. I could care less about politics." But then came back around to it later. But literally, that is now public record, actual false. lie.
Who did you vote for in
Flat,
2016?
bold-faced lie to the
Vivek?
American people, say they won't give money. And so that proves the corruption. So that's the Ronnie McDaniel corruption. But then I decided when I was on stage, okay, I'm wasting.
Who did you vote for in 2016 and 2020, Vivek? And I'll say your name correctly. Who did you vote for in 2016 and 2020? I'm very curious now.
Too much time on this stuffed suit of a bureaucrat running the RNC. Let's focus on the real problem, which is the equivalent, the Ronnie McDaniel of media. There's many of them. Kristen Welker, sitting right there from NBC News. And there's a connection between the two because who decides to put up the Kristen Welkers of the world to moderate a Republican debate? It's none other than the RNC, the failed establishment that Ronnie McDaniel.
A lot of people are saying Trump. Do we know that for sure? I hope so. 2016 and 2020. I hope so. I hope so.
Run that's lost its last 4 major cycles relative to what it was supposed to do. So that same, it's almost proof sitting on that stage.
Vivek, back to
I don't
the
know if
money
people saw the rest of that. So that's why, I mean, it is almost, they're repeatedly proving my point based on the kind of debate they were hosting and the moderators they hired, to the things she's saying in the audience during the debate, to booing me during the debate, to now saying that false things on national
Who do you think would be a good RNC? Who would be a good RNC? Any
That's a good
names?
question. Yeah. So so let's, you
I
want to
think
brainstorm this?
Kirk said you would be somebody like
him. Vivek. I'm trying to force myself to say it the right way. He would. I mean, I would love for this guy to be the RNC chair.
So Kirk said, look, I'm in this to be the president of the United States. Right. I think that I can lead the country best from that position. But Charlie said that about me.
Yeah.
Well, I'll return the compliment to him. I think he could actually do a good job of it. I don't think it's crazy. I don't think it's crazy, actually. I mean, he's from a different generation.
They would not let him do it.
I mean, that's almost a credential. So whoever they shouldn't let do it, that should be a requirement for whoever does do it to actually get put in that place. I mean, Harmeet Dillon, very good. She ran against Ronnie McDaniel. She's competent. She's a lawyer. She understands, and I think the lawyer thing helps because there's an element to running the elections in a way that's competitive, that you make sure it's actually run fairly for the Republicans to be able to compete. So Harmeet.
I saw a comment right here. Blue Boy says, idiot Trumper garbage. Trump is a court-proven sexual predator and rapist. You are also delusional fucking losers. I'm so sorry that you don't appreciate that Donald Trump is 6'3", 215 pounds, a gifted athlete, could be the UFC heavyweight champion of the world. Okay, he could be, but he chooses to fight for this country, and that makes you mad. All right, but just because you're here, we'll get the Trump lights video. We haven't played that one in a while, so just for Blue Boy.
No, get those lights off. Off. Turn them off. They're too bright. Turn them off. Let's go. Ready? Turn off the lights. Turn off the lights. Turn off the lights.
Turn off the lights is so funny, dude. Trump is so funny. Like, dude, really quickly, I'd have to pull it up. I rarely, so Krista runs my Instagram, my D-Day Cobra Instagram, but she did upload, I think this is a good time to play this since that person is crying about Trump. And Doug B just dropped $100. It says, keep coping, blue balls, for $100. $100. Holy crap. $100. Okay, let me see if I can do this. I'm not that great with the Instagram on a desktop is weird, but so Krista uploaded this clip of us at the Trump rally. This is my Instagram account right here. If you want to go follow me, D-Day Cobra. But she uploaded this, and all of these people, man, were so mad in the comments. Right here.
Proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her.
Oh, there's people so mad in those comment sections. Ooh, they are mad. They are really mad. And I was like, dude, a Trump rally, like there's nothing like a Trump rally. And I don't like defining people off of their, skin color and all this shit, but like all these leftists that are saying Trump rallies are just a bunch of angry white men, it's the biggest fucking lie on the planet, especially in Hialeah, where we were in Florida. My goodness, man, it was absolutely fantastic being out there. And so yeah. Oh, and total chaos for 100 says this is how you read Blue Boys comment with a MAGA red. Absolutely. Thank you, total chaos. Holy crap. Quick look up Trump while you're there. First post with Biden. Oh, okay, hang on. On Instagram, because you said Trump used your let's see, Trump used your tweet or your meme. How do I search? Can I sign in as D-Day Cobra? Okay, let me sign in. Please wait a few minutes before you try again. Oh my God, I gotta have a fucking security code come to my phone to sign in. Okay. Give me a minute. It's wanting a damn security code for me to sign in. Let's see here. Right. And I never get on Instagram. Okay, we are in now, boys. Okay, so you want me to go to Trump's account? If it'll let me. It's not letting me sign in. Give me a few, Meme TV. I'll try to figure it out. Jesus Christ, stop giving me pop-ups. I fucking hate Instagram. All right, he's real Donald Trump over there, right? Instagram kind of sucks. All right, here we go. So we're here on Trump's, and Meme TV says, quick look at Trump's while you're there. First post with Biden. So is it this one?
Shots at the podium, no stairs or anything, should be easy. Oh boy, they want you to put the shirt on. Okay, this isn't a big deal. Remember our Get Dressed song, Joe? Let's do the Get Dressed song. There you go, take your jacket off. All right, remember the Get Dressed song? Here we go. Come on, Joe, you know the Get Dressed song. I'll sing it for you. We do this every morning. You ready? Put your left arm in the left hole, and then you put your right arm in the right hole. Then guess what? You just take the middle hole and pull it over your head. Pull it down your back. Now it's time to put your pants on. Pull up your pants, only one leg at a time. Then you put your socks on, and then you put your shoes on. Now you're all dressed and you are ready to go. Good job, Joe! You did it!
Holy shit. Holy shit. That was amazing. Shout out to Meme TV, man. That is fantastic right there. I was not prepared for that one. That was funny. Holy crap, that was funny. Oh man, you guys are the best. Dara Mouth says Blue Balls got no balls. Come over to Rumble, ballless boy. Yeah, you guys. I don't think they can handle it. I don't think some of these. Betas can handle the Rumble chat that's over here talking shit. Oh, look at there. Oh, Blue Boy says, looks like the fake Blue Boy is making me look bad again. I think this happened once on Tuesday night's main event as well. I've been me since 1995. Sorry, Jeremy. Hey, no problem, brother. No problem. All right. The real Blue Boy is here. The real Blue Boy is here. All right. Hail to the 199. Did Krista interact with the rally? Yeah, Krista had a great time. Krista and Steph both had a great time. Yeah, Yeah, I actually was talking to Drew Hernandez about this today, and because I was like, dude, I said he was like, dude, you know, you were out there sitting in the cheap seats, and I'm like, Drew, man, I ain't got no connections. He goes, what the fuck are you talking about, Jeremy? He's like, you got a bigger following than most people there. He's like, I'm not good at networking, man. I'm really not. I mean, look, this tweet right here, the tweet of us at the rally got 2,400 likes. 2,400 likes on this. That's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, we were just sitting in the cheap seats, man. I mean, I don't view myself as anything important. I never have, I never will. When I go to events like this, I'm not looking for access. I'm not looking for special treatment. I'm just a supporter of Donald Trump, man. And if I'm there and to show my support, that's all I care about. I talked about this a little bit, but there's a lot of people, and there's genuine people that just truly do, you know, support President Trump, and they want to be connected to support him for the right reasons. There's also some people that do not fully support President Trump, but they want the access. They want to go to Mar-a-Lago. They want to pose for the pictures. They want to show that they're hanging out at Mar-a-Lago, but they don't want to support President Trump fully. They want to ride the fucking fence so that they can get access to other places as well. There's a lot of those motherfuckers out there, a lot of them. And that shit pisses me off. It really pisses me off. And so for me, I'm just like, I just want to go to be there. You know what I mean? That's it. All right. So, chat seems very, very happy with the picture, and probably not for me. I'm taking a guess. Listen. All right, real quick. All right. If you were, okay. If you were to choose, like, if I was like, okay, am I the most important part of this picture, chat? Yes or no? That's all. Am I the most important part of the picture? And I think I am. I'm clearly the most important part of this picture, right? Crop that shit. Hang on. Where did it go? The Admiral says, crop that shit. Oh, man. Oh, that was funny. I love you guys so much. But yes, we had a great time, and it was awesome to be there. Awesome to support our great President Trump. TJ says, I figured I might as well join in the super chat war. Hail to the 199 and the always amazing Snake Pit. Love you all, crazy bastards. Hold the motherfucking line. Never back down. Thank you, TJ. Belaine says also, he was also on with Luke and Clint Russell over at We Are Change. Yeah, he's been pretty good about making the rounds. Lord Botha says they know Dems' time of control is ending, and they are switching back to the Bush era globalism with perpetual wars. But this time, a lot of conservatives are not buying what the establishment is selling. I hope you're right, and I agree with you. Coop for 10 says, tell me, do you think Vivek would be better if he's VP or leading the Republican Party, Kari Lake as VP or senator? So I will continue to say that if you're asking my opinion, it's Kari Lake as VP. I want Kari Lake as VP. In terms of Vivek, I think that he would be better leading the Republican Party from that standpoint. But I want someone that's going to stand with President Trump through thick and thin. And that's who Kari Lake is. That's really what it comes down to. Who's going to stand with Trump through thick and thin? And let's see. Ellen Tanasi says Trump once hit a backflip on a skateboard in front of a crowd. Can't confirm, but that's what I heard. It's true. It's true based on what I've heard. Isaac Randolph says Dave Rubin simps for beta men in 4-inch heels. Trump 2024, first time in a long time I've been able to watch. Well, what's up, Isaac? Welcome in, brother. Erwin is in the house. Nerd Wars, what's up? And yes, the Alina Haba video will be uploaded after this stream ends here on this channel. It's going to be awesome. Black Tiger says you need to see all of Vivek's answers from yesterday. I will. You talking about the debate? Lord Botha says for the Rumble YouTube challenge, Grift hailed the 199. Keep up the good work. Thank you. And yeah, currently YouTube is winning, but Rumble has had a hell of a. It's been a hell of a competition tonight. The Blind Lawyer explains, Jeremy, in your DMs, you have my contact. Ask any questions. Noted. Peasant Jeff says, happy birthday to the greatest armed cult, the United States Marine Corps. Alan Tanassi says, do you think Chris Christie can see his own poll? No. But not because he's fat and ugly. It's that he can't see it because it's always in a Bush family member's mouth. That's essentially why. So that's why if he would pull it out of a Bush family member's mouth or ass, then he would maybe be able to see it. But he's always got it in a Bush family member's mouth or ass. FMJHP says, Blue Boy has blue balls. The Blind Lawyer explains, where is the Alina Haba outro? End on a hot note. Great Tang says, I tweeted to you the Beavis and Butthead get radicalized by InfoWars. It is awesome. That sounds awesome. I used to watch Beavis and Butthead all the time back in the day. Tinhead says, those likes are for Krista and Steph. Just saying. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Vault 95 Survivor says, remember that D-Day Cobra gets your full donation on Rumble, unlike YouTube by extension. Google steals a portion of your donation. Hail Rumble and the 199 Snake Pit. Vault 95 Survivor says, remember, Jeremy, to become an officer in the military, you have to graduate from the dark evil place known as university. And then Vault 95 says, Mike Pence is so unimportant and unmemorable. I didn't realize he wasn't in the third Republican debate in 2 days. Dara Mouth says, I know you can't say it, Jeremy, but Blue Boy is a gay fig. You can say fig if need be. Yes, I can't say it here. I'll call Ryan the proper F word every day, though, when I talk to him. Eat Nasses. Vivek has 0 chance of winning 2024, but I like him. Lying Dogface Pony Soldier with a gifted membership. Thank you. Mikey Likes it says, good thing they didn't give him pants. Isaac Randolph becomes a new member. And let's see. Mayo Chad says, sir, please don't call him a fat pig. Let's see here. Where are we at now? Tinhead, I got that one. Isaac Randolph says Dave Rubin simps for beta man. Oh, yeah. Dave Rubin, man. What a letdown Dave Rubin's become, man. Doug B. Jeremy, once you deduct YouTube's take Rumble wins, also missed my previous rant. Which one? Oh, shit. No, yeah, I got that one, Doug. The one about blue balls. I got it. Come over to Rumble. Blue balls. Yeah, I did get that one. I got that one, brother. I would never miss one from Dougie B in the house. Lost Tales is hyped. The Rumble chat is hyped. The YouTube chat is hyped. And really, like, I'm a firm believer in this. Like, and what my big problem is right now is that because of the internet here in Orlando, I can't multi-stream like my video games and stuff like I want. I want to stream every stream that I do, whether it's video games, panel streams, everything. I want every stream to go out to YouTube, to Rumble, and to Kick, because you can support me wherever you want, support G&G wherever you want. What I will say is that, you know, we're getting to a point with we've got a lot of good stuff in the works right now, and I think we're about to hit another level. I am consolidating certain aspects of things so I can kind of focus in a little better on, like, we have way too many channels with G&G. We have way too many channels, and it's hard as hell for people to keep up with all the moving parts that we have, which I totally understand that. So I'm trying to work on giving some type of consolidation from that perspective, to help everybody keep up with what we have going on, because it is a lot. Let me see. Open in new tab. All right. So, and then we've got Gordo Stein says Rumble viewership is 1/7 of YouTube right now, and we're making them sweat. What a bunch of betas. The YouTube versus Rumble chat is interesting, man. I didn't see that happening. So I'm loving it. You know, I like competition. I think competition's good. Competition is good for everybody. Again, this is a channel, this is a show. More importantly, this is a show, CobraCast 199, that you, the people, created. You, the people, created this. And as Vault 95 said earlier, 8 months since Tim Pool basically told his audience to go F themselves. And that's what created CobraCast. And it was, again, for those that are new here, I started CobraCast and I called it CobraCast IRL. And I was basically memeing on Tim Pool. And it was a one-off. I was just like, let's just do this. Let's have some fun. Let's meme on Tim Pool. He's going after his audience. I think that's bullshit. And so, you know, we did it. And all of a sudden, people were like, we need more of this. We need more of this. We need more of this. And here we are all this time later. And you fundamentally changed everything. The people have changed everything. Really quick, just so you're aware, this is something we are working towards getting. It's not official yet, but it will be soon. These bags will be on pre-order very, very soon. And I'm really, really excited about it. I'm really excited for all of you to hopefully get a chance to check these out. And like I said, they will be on pre-order. So I'm working on it now. I'm also working on getting a package together with a hoodie, hat, t-shirt package, be the 199 package. So we will work on that very soon. It will be a pre-order. There's going to be a minimum amount we're going to have to hit in order for them to go into production. But it seems like we've had at least a few hundred of you are interested in this. And that is motivated me to go ahead and try to set this up. So give me another week and I should be able to get all of this set up. All right. Give me another week and I should be able to get all this set up, but I really appreciate all of you. And for those of you that are interested, I am going to have Steph and Krista do a full breakdown of this backpack so you can see. They'll be over in the Studio 199 or Studio B or whatever we call it here. And they're going to show the backpack in its full glory. All right. So that'll be done very soon. And that video will be uploaded. So, yes. How much is it? Well, it's going to be $99. I'll give you more details on that, but that's the latest on that one right there. All right. So I got bad news that there's not going to be a Beard of Shame tonight because Hailstorm's not here. And as you know, we're kind of changing the Beard of Shame up a little bit. It was going to be a once-a-week thing. Everything's kind of jacked up right now for this week because I did traveling and it's thrown my schedule off. I was lucky enough to hang out with Drew Hernandez today, as a matter of fact. Drew Hernandez is awesome. Drew is going to be making an appearance on CobraCast here in the next couple of weeks. All right. So be on the lookout for that. You guys want to see Drew Hernandez on CobraCast? I know you do. I know you want to see Drew Hernandez on CobraCast, don't you? Because that's going to be awesome. Vault 95 Survivor says, I forgot to mention Ron DeSantis was an officer in the military, officers graduating from University. Rumble rant earlier. Oh, no problem, man. No problem. And B Barrett 726 on Rumble says, I don't have a lot to give, but YouTube sucks, so I'm joining Team Rumble. Hail the 199. Holy crap, bro. Doug B says, looky. YouTube chat slowly migrating to Rumble. Welcome to the better platform. YouTube, why are you gay? Holy crap, you guys. B Barrett says, also, is it gay to compliment a dude's clothing? Because holy crap, that hoodie rocks. Yeah, man. It's even got Trump's signature on it. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Is that not awesome? Look at there. It's got the Donald Trump signature on it. All right, come on now. That's pretty damn cool, isn't it? Look at there. Yeah, this hoodie's great. This is a great hoodie. So anyway, all right. Vault 95 says Alpha Core is #1. or Alpha Core is number one at $886 in pre-orders. Hail the Ripaverse. The Ripaverse closing in on $900,000. $900,000 for the Ripaverse. Let's go. All right. So, Jed, you're a smart guy, Jed. You want to hop in here for a minute? You can add yourself. Jed, you're a pretty smart guy. All right, Jed.
I'm not sure I like where this is going, but okay.
And you don't have to give me an exact, but can you give me a ballpark figure on Rumble totals tonight? So we can see exactly who's winning?
I mean, YouTube's definitely winning. By by quite a bit.
Well, but
per capita,
yeah.
Rumble's winning per capita.
Yeah, I heard that. So to give me totals for Rumble if you can, just a ballpark. You can give me, round it up to the 100 if you need. You know what I mean? You don't have to give me like an exact. Because we got Sexy back in. And we're going to show the Sexy back in for YouTube, which is right here. $886.17 new members. All right. 886, 17 new members. So that puts us, was that another 50? Almost right at, right at about 950, something like that. So, and then you give Rumble, you take the cut. So Rumble's still not beating YouTube with the cut, but it's pretty damn close. Pretty damn close. So that's good stuff right there. I will say, like, honestly, I personally, I wish Rumble would take like 20% of our super chats so that they can continue to build the infrastructure. I've never had a problem with YouTube taking their cut, to be fair. I've never had a problem with it. It's never bothered me at all. Because they have a really great infrastructure, and I want Rumble to continue to build their infrastructure and whatever they need to do to be profitable, because as long as they're going to give people like me a voice, no matter what happens, I want them to do the best they can to build their platform up. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't have a problem. If they did take, 20% or whatever, you know what I mean? So, but I love this. Oh, okay.
It's actually higher than I thought. We're actually not far from 1,000
on Rumble.
Yeah,
really?
Well, we got all the Doug B. From Doug B alone. We've got probably 400, 500.
Wow! Look at there. All right.
And then we got a lot of 50s. Rumble. So Rumble's doing a lot better than I thought.
Damn, Rumble. What's up with that? So yeah, that's crazy. Doug B at it again. That's right. That is right. But yeah, man, I appreciate the support wherever you want to support, whatever works. And let's see here.
You were over 1,000 now.
Doug B just dropped 100 and says, "What's up, YouTube?" Holy crap. That's amazing. Yeah, so Rumble chatters, can you send super chats from the app on Android yet? B Barrett says, who's winning on per viewer basis? Rumble by a mile. Not even close on that one. Not even close. Jordan is a ninja says, Jeremy, show us that pic of you at the rally again for research purposes. All right, here for research purposes. There you go. Research purposes. There you go. All right. So I'm sure the research is going to be fine. The app is pretty crappy, says the Cam Man, and I agree. The app still needs work. Doug B, holy crap. Doug just dropped another 50 and says, that's what's up. Holy shit, Doug. Man. I research purposes. But yes. Yeah, so you can't on Android. Yeah, see, that's so I actually have an Android. Obviously I have my Note is my primary phone. Okay. This is my primary. It's always going to be my primary. A Samsung Galaxy, always going to be my primary. But I do have an iPhone that I use for like other shit, and iPhones, I fucking hate them. I despise them, but they get everything updated first. Apps get updated first on Apple. It's the worst. It's the worst. I when my phone is about to die and I have to use my Apple phone, I'm fucking lost, dude. I'm absolutely lost. Lord Botha says, Doug, is alcohol involved? I don't think so. But better developer support, iOS wins this tweet-a-tone. I mean, it is. I mean, there's no doubt about that. I mean, it is. You get better support over there, but I fucking hate it. I hate my iPhone. I hate it. I will always go Android for life. Android for life. And I think Apple's a more simplistic device for people. And I'm not taking that as a shot. I'm not making a shot. I'm just saying it's a more simplistic device. It's easier for people to understand. Bedlam says, shout out to the Philippines for Christmas. We'll be starting G.I. Joe TTRPG. Hail, Commander. Hail, 199 Snake Pit Battalion. Yeah, when is that going to be starting? I got to check that out. I got to look into that. Gunner says, General Flynn for VP, Kerry Lake for Press Secretary, Vivek or Scott Pressler for lead RNC. Not bad. Keckler says, why is there a VJJ next to my name? Just asking. Keck, that's the Cobra logo, brother. It's the Cobra logo. Mountain Mutt says, basically, this show itself is a meme. Very accurate. Isaac Randolph says, meet Ron and his high heels tomorrow at Applebee's for his free Veteran Days meal. Thank you, Isaac. And I think that's it. All right. I have a stream over on Geeks and Gamers Play. If you're interested in that stream, I will drop a link and you can come join us. The stream is right here. Boom. So right there, pin the message. So we're going to be playing me, Jay, and already shown the sexy back in. I was, the Rumble chat overwhelmed me. So I actually already showed the sexy back end, and we got double sexy back ends now because Rumble is competing with YouTube. It's wild. But that's where we are. So, show it again? All right, I will show it again. The people are always right around here. All right, where are we at right now? Well, we still need 2 more likes. And we are about to get it. Here we go. I'll share it so you can see. Oh man, why do I do that? There we go. 1,000 likes, ladies and gentlemen. But you know what? You know who else deserves a little bit of love tonight? You know who deserves a little bit of love? That Rumble channel deserves a little bit of love tonight, okay? That Rumble channel deserves a little bit of love. So there we are. Look at that. Look at that Rumble channel. Man.
So I actually counted it all out for Rumble, and Rumble is at $962. So without memberships, it won.
Rumble beat YouTube tonight. Holy crap. Rumble beat YouTube tonight in Super Chats. Holy shit. Well, wherever you are, whatever chat you're watching, you are awesome. Okay. And we appreciate it. And man, let's see, stop sharing. Why do I have that there? Hang on. So yes, what a stream tonight. What a stream indeed. And Eternal Vigilance says, great stream tonight at D-Day Cobra. Always entertaining and awesome. FNT tonight. Hail the 199. Yeah, FNT hit 18,000 viewers. Incredible. I know you guys are wanting some Titanfall 2, but we're going to run Fortnite first. Jay doesn't play Titanfall 2, so we got Jay and Rolo. And a mint, what is it? Is that a mint? How do you say that, Jed?
I've got no idea.
A mint TIVZ for 50. It says, let's put Rumble over 1,000. Hail the 199. Holy crap. Holy crap. That is insane. That is insane. I never expected this. I never expected this, and I'm always humbled by it every time. Is that an F&T record? It's got to be close. It might be second. It might be second. The Alex Jones episode hit 18,000 as well. That might be a record. I'm not sure. I'll have to look and see. But yeah, incredible stuff tonight. Okay, so we're going to go over to Geeks Gamers Play. I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys have a great night. This has been incredible. I'm going to leave you with some Sabaton, as always. You know what? I'm going to try to stream. I'm going to try to stream to Geeks and Gamers Rumble and YouTube. Or Geeks and Gamers Play, YouTube, and G&G Rumble. I'm going to try to multi-stream it tonight. I'm going to try to do it. I think Rumble deserves it. If the stream ends up messing up, I will shut it down and then just go YouTube only. But I'm going to run G&G Play on YouTube, and I'm going to run Geeks and Gamers on Rumble. All right? Deal, Rumble chat? All right? I think you've earned it tonight. So go follow us on Geeks and Gamers. All right? So with that said, here's a little bit of Sabaton. I'll set up the streams, and I'll see you both here in just a minute. Bye, everyone.
Time to rule at last. 15 years have all been
boom, and that's the end. If you're interested, I just uploaded a video to the main Geeks and Gamers YouTube channel. If you want to go watch that in the meantime while I'm getting everything set up for the gaming stream, you're welcome to do that. I'll see you on Rumble, Geeks and Gamers Rumble. I'll also see you on Geeks and Gamers Play YouTube. We're going to hang out, play some games, and we'll see what happens. I love you guys. You're amazing. I appreciate everything. And I'll talk to all of you here pretty damn soon. So have a good night. We'll talk to all of you later. Bye, everyone.